Hello, Cyberfart. Oh shit. Anyway, let me go get some tea and then I'll get started. So I'll fix this stuff. The truffle. Thank you for the report. Man, life is hard. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I think I forgot to ping people. Oh, that's gonna be also funny to implement in Discord too. That's for sure. Uh, anything won't ping? Oh, I assume they did. That is embarrassing then. I thought that they did have this. Oh, that's so annoying. Rip. Okay, so there's this end-to-end encryption thing from Discord, which is interesting. Although, you know what? Give me a sec. I forgot to clean my glasses. I'll be right back. I'll be very quick. Okay. So yeah, there's this end-to-end encryption thing in Discord, which is interesting. I guess that's for them. It's like it's a good to have so that they can stop having to feed. Let's see. Discord engineers putting in overtime to protect the sex tortures and pedophiles that run rampant and live the life of Riley. I have no idea what that means. On the platform, nice. Okay. Well, I guess that's another way of looking at the same basic truth, which is Discord wanting to have plausible deniability, I guess, or like not having to mess with um, triple letter agencies in the United States telling them that they need to hand over the data, whatever data. Which, if you think about it, the fact that Discord can record voice call data, and the fact that people can ask them, well, not random people, but government agencies, that kind of stuff, can ask them to provide them that data, it means that they need to record that data. It's a cost at the end of the day. So, like, them being able to not, them being able to cut those costs, that's like setting aside everything else. It's like, it's very rational for them to want to do that. I would Kivikak with the take that I agree with. I would prefer end-to-end encryption for all, including potential criminals and low life, than normalizing all communications being read by the government of the day or the future. I would agree. I would agree. Yeah, I also think that banning encryption is I don't know. It's the kind of thing that like boomers with kids stress a lot about, and are very quick to use as a motivation. But in practice, yeah, the tool, it's out there no matter what you do, and it's not a good idea to erode certain bigger parts of society just so that you can catch more easily one pedo. Not to say that the pedo, I don't know, roaming around is good. Obviously not. But I don't know. I wouldn't erode all of society bit by bit for that. I'm sure that you can find alternative ways of making stuff work that isn't the shortest path. I mean, it's the same rule if you think about it as, I don't know, like police not being able to barge into your house and flip over all your drawers and like strip you down and look at what you have on your body for no reason, right? Those rules clearly make it harder for them also to catch the bad guys, but I would still argue probably not a good idea to remove those restrictions just so that you can make it slightly easier for them to catch one extra pedo. But that's just me. I'm sure that other people will have different ideas on this matter. In any case, um, yeah, let's go through our to-dos. So I have a blog post that I've written for like announcing Zine, and I want to publish it. So there's that. And then we can port more of ziglang.org. So let's go do that. Let us go do that. So what was I doing? I was looking at implementation of this stuff. I have here a tiny instance of Helix that showcases. Oh, maybe this should be. Oh no, the showcases syntax errors. Um, but before that, let's go to zigline.org. Cool. Perfect. Ooh, you know also what? Fix. The GitHub sponsors update job has been failing in the last couple of days, so let's go fix it. This has clearly everything to do with how we changed the Zig website, so let's go fix this. But by the way, the fact that editing won't ping, it's kind of blowing my mind. I feel like we could totally implement it in a way where that works. Here's another thing that I want for Discord too: being able to move messages. That's another feature that I want to have. Maybe not for every single channel, like type of channel. For example, voice chat, like the textual chat channel for a voice chat. That one probably doesn't need that mechanism. Normal chat, debatable. But if we have any kind of chat that is even slightly more structured, imagine the equivalent of like forum style channels in Discord. Those need to support moving messages or threads, I guess. There just isn't any other way. You can do that through the API, just not built in. A couple of the other ghosty modes implemented that for the ghosty Discord, but what? So you're saying that there is an API to move messages in Discord, but they are not surfacing it into the UI? Why are they like this? Look at Ghosty public chat. It is not a normal chat. What? What do you mean? Also, what? What? In the top, the blue has a select. Are you talking about summaries? Not blue anymore. I'm sorry, do you mean this? Although I don't think this is summaries, threads. Was I a good summary? I don't know, friend. Okay, let's see. I wanted advice from a pro because I heard a lot of different people saying a lot of different things. I'm looking to learn more and become a better programmer. Only language I would say I'm decent at is C#. I'm new and learned C# in high school major for 3 years. What do you recommend my next step should be? Kamal, you have two main choices in front of you. Not just you. Everybody has two main choices in front of them at any point in time. One is what is something that you can learn either from scratch or more of that gives you more money now, or what can you learn that is going to be interesting for you going forward? In both cases, the answer depends on your context. If you want to learn more so that you can get better jobs or more jobs, like have access to a wider pool of jobs, better paying jobs, better working conditions of any kind, not just money, then probably you want to look at job postings in the area that you live in, or in any case, whatever job market you can get access to, either your vicinity or your same time zone, or speaking the same language, depending on which languages you speak, that kind of stuff. And then you go from there. The second half, like things that gratify intellectual curiosity, things that allow you to learn more of something you like. It depends on what it is that you want to do. Do you want to make websites? Then probably JavaScript. Do you want to make backend services? Then maybe TypeScript, JavaScript, Go. I would go, I guess my order of preference personally would be Go, TypeScript, JavaScript, but you decide. C# is also a good language for backend work. Do you want to make games? C# is a good starting point for that as well. So, yeah, I would say you already have one tool. Look into a specific like context more than a specific language. Sure, the language is not going to take you. You can't do everything with C#. Wanting to do certain things will require you to learn another language. But I think the starting point is, what is that thing that you want to do? Is it something related to the ability to get work, or is it something that interests you as a topic? I think that's your next starting point. I always heard learning foundations like C as a starter and moving from there. What do you think? Yeah, it's one opinion for sure. I would say that the main question is what it is that interests you and what it is that is useful to you now. Sure, learning lower level stuff does deepen your understanding of things, and it can make a big difference in how you can approach software for sure. But I would say it is a almost guaranteed failure if you try to approach something from first principles and that something doesn't give you anything in return right away. Meaning, sure, learning C and if you become proficient in C, and not just C as a language, but also everything connected to C, like the ecosystem in which C usually lives, C calls, embedded, freestanding, learning linkers, compilers, all that jazz. Once you get at the end of that process, you will have learned a lot, and it will have made a big difference in your ability also to write C sharp. You will write better C sharp, guaranteed. But the question is, that's going to be a long process, and what happens in between? Like, what happens before you get there? So if you don't have an opportunity to leverage any of those things that you're learning in the meantime, you are guaranteed to lose interest at some point, or somehow feel depressed because you're going to feel like you're not making any progress, or like you kind of on a rational level want to learn the thing, but then in practice, when you sit down to do it, you kind of lose steam right away, which happens a lot to all of us. And the answer is that it's because you got yourself into an endeavor where there is a promise of value and success at the end, maybe. But in the meantime, you're seeing nothing for your effort. And that is very draining. So I would say a dramatically higher quality suggestion is to not focus on things in terms of, oh, I should learn C because of the foundations, but it should be what it is that you want to do. For example, if you want to do games, my recommendation would be to start making games with C sharp. And then as you get comfortable, once you know how to make games up to a certain level of complexity in C sharp, then try to make that same level of complexity or slightly less, but in C or Rust or Zig, or in any case, a lower level programming language. Because then you will have, you learn how to make games, and then ideally the idea is that, well, you want to make games, but now you want to make it easier to distribute them, or you want to make them more efficient, maybe with C sharp and using, I don't know, Unity or whatever framework, Godot or whatever. You were able to put 100 bad guys on the screen, but now you want to put 1,000 bad guys, and with C sharp you're discovering that you can't because it's too slow. So you want to go through the extra effort of implementing the same in C, Zig, Rust, or whatever, with the goal of obtaining 1,000 bad guys on screen. So that is the winning approach. The winning approach is the one that carves a path of incremental improvement. If you don't have incremental improvement, you pretty much have nothing. Even in the case that the end promise, the fact that at the end of the process, you are supposed to gain certain abilities, which is not guaranteed, by the way, which is not guaranteed. You don't know that for sure. But even in the case that it is 100% true, that your expectations are 100% met at the end of the journey, I promise you, there are very low chances that you're going to be able to get there unless you have incremental improvements as you get there, unless you have wins at regular intervals as you make progress. So find something to practice and see where that leads you. And if you're vaguely interested in lower level programming, then find things to practice on that do involve lower level programming. And you can start those with C sharp and then move to other things as you make progress. You want to do embedded device stuff? I'm pretty sure you can do it with C sharp or Python. Doesn't take much to learn Python, so I'm sure that you can get used to that in a moment. And then see how you can progress from there. Okay, so let's go. ZML logo. I'm trying to see if there's a shortcut that allows me to like click and resize, but there's no way of there's no shortcut for resizing the window. That's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I have to like precisely pinpoint the corner. Oh well. Oh no. No. Stay small. You stay small. You go here. Okay. What do we want to do? We wanted to add a new logo. How do we put logos in here? There's gonna be also an opportunity to clean up the old logos. Well, guess what? Actually, maybe we leave these two and then mm, I think we should give span 2 also to blacksmith. Yeah, because they have the same aspect ratio. And given that their aspect ratio, like this is kind of how big I want their logos to be. Well, not there specifically, but like logos in general. But since they are very wide and thin, without giving them a wider, making them occupy two slots, two horizontal slots, without that, they look kind of too small, in my opinion. Okay, so now we add ZML. Oh, and we also have to solve that. Oh, come on. Yep, looks good. Oh, what did they write there? God damn it. Am I going insane? $404 not found. Oh, I'm dumb. Huh. That ZML is huge. God damn it. Um, how do we do this? No wildcards? No, I haven't added support for wildcards. I'm not entirely against the idea. So I think that wildcards could make sense, but I didn't want to start with those. So, um, Yeah. For now, it's all manual. So how do we make these, I don't know, a little bit more balanced? I'm not sure. Maybe we can give it the ability to have 2 slots. Let's start with that. Let's see how that works. So that we get centering at least. It is centered. That's better. It's freaking huge though. So I think that we should kind of make it smaller a little bit. Is ZML not kind of shady? In which regard? What do they do that is kind of shady? Also, why am I keeping these things on? Yeah, it fits a line, so I can keep this one at least on a single line. Riding the AI hype. Well, if that's shady. Well, okay, even if you're okay, I can see how you could say, well, okay, let's say that there is this company that is actually not building anything. It's like just copy pasting. Um, it's like re-exporting OpenAI APIs basically. Um, and then you could argue that without any real value add, just marketing. So you could argue that that's a shady AI company because yeah, it's literally like eating some margins and that's it. But then you have companies that are actually implementing things like building tooling, so they are doing an earnest job. Then you could argue, you can have a discussion whether the company is like useful or not. I mean, and maybe you conclude that you don't think it's useful, but you still would want to call that shady, right? There are companies out there that do things that are, in my mind, not useful at all at the end, but other people disagree. So like it's not shady. It's, I don't know, bad taste at worst, something like that. But it's not shady. Somebody could argue that the Zig Software Foundation is working, it's spending effort on a non-memory safe language in 2024, and from their perspective, we are wasting effort. So I don't know. They could argue that we're doing things in bad taste, but we're not exactly shady. You donate money, but the accountability, like our expenses are public. Money goes to developers. We are building technology, so we're not like stealing the money. You could argue that we're wasting it in a sense by working on something that isn't, the one true language that everybody should use. But I would still argue, even under the worst light, we wouldn't be shady. ZML is working on technology. They have, they have been private for a while, but they have, if you go to the website, please, Arc, please give me the sidebar. Arc, kind sir, please give me the sidebar. What is it? Is it like a weird modifier that got stuck? No. Like I can re-enable the sidebar with Command S, but it's supposed to show up when I put my mouse here. Arc, you disappointing me. So if you go on the website and click the link, it sends you to a repo, and they are implementing infrastructure for machine learning, AI. Now, is this useful or not? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But they are doing the work. So I would say shitty doesn't apply. That's 720 by 720. 600, maybe. Let's see. Let's see if this does nothing. Anything. Yeah, it does nothing. Great. Nice. So this does absolutely nothing. Awesome. Maybe this is something we need to give to more inner elements. This guy also doesn't care about max height. What about this one? This one doesn't care either. Honestly, I wouldn't know what the best way of structuring it is. Huh. Oh, displays flex. Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna mess with this much. I think one way of improving this is changing the order. So let's sort them in a sense by age. There we go. I feel like this is already more balanced. You know what? I'll leave it as is, and then I'll come back to it if there is a change to be made, and that's it. Let's take a look uh, at the color. Oh, let's take a look at the color. So, what if we are in light mode? Um, how do you get light mode out of this guy? You can do that in Chrome. What is going on here? These are stuff, this toggle solver class. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so ZML is white. Okay, give me a sec. I'm 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 checking if I have also a dark version, but I don't think I do. Yeah, I only have one. Filter invert. That is a pretty good suggestion. I'm going for it. Yeah. I'll let them know. They can send me one. But yeah, let's go. Filter invert. Every time I want to search for corporate sponsors, I write corpo, and the file shows up. I mean, yeah. So we were saying, I guess this is the one for Media Dark. So can I style this? I can't, can I? I have to write it in some CSS. Oh wait, I also was doing this to Tiger Beetle. I need to do this to ZML. I guess I can do this. It needs to be on picture, not source. I see. Okay, show me the magic invocation. There we go. Works for me. Thank you. Let's see. Probably not a good comparison. I know nothing about ZML, but lots of blockchain startups did impressive technical work and had good intentions. Still, I label them as shitty because they operated in that shitty space. Okay, fair. I mean, it depends on how you, I guess, on how you look at AI. I feel like that AI today is already exponentially more useful than crypto ever was. I use ChatGPT occasionally. I ask it questions. I get it to look at my grammar when I'm unsure, and it tends to give me pretty solid English advice. Bland, very bland advice. Like it never like surprises me with how it structures sentences. But you know, sometimes when you're like, I'm trying to put the quirkiness into what I write, so I'm fine with it, like just making sure that it's clear enough for people to understand. So I don't know. I never got anything close to that in terms of utility from crypto, but that's me. Somebody else maybe did. I don't know. Okay, let's close this disgusting light website. Hurts my eyeballs. Um, so first to do, done. GitHub sponsors. Oh, they have PRs already. Oh no, Basil. Let me get out of here, Basil. Let's take a look at why our actions are failing. It's probably going to be something super stupid, but we can. Well, here's one. So it was already failing at download Zig. Is that art browser? It is. I like it. It's a pretty decent experience. Actually, while we're here, wait, let's not do everything too mindlessly. Let's at least read what else it says. Assets GitHub sponsors homepage, assets GitHub sponsors release notes. Is this how it works for us? That's how it works also for us. Great. Setup directories is worthless. I think you might be right. Let me see. Check out code. That creates a Zig directory. And then we echo Zig in GitHub path. Yeah, that's not needed anymore. Setup Zig is basically doing that for us. Yeah, we just want to set up Zig, Zig run those things. Yeah, we should be good. Nice. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, now let's watch it run. Let's go. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the commit, if it changed anything. Yeah, goodbye, Nicola. Thank you for your support. Hello, Alejandro. Nice. So that was fixed too. That was nice. Time to publish my blog post. Let's go. Okay, so we can quit ziglang.org and we can focus on my personal blog. Okay. Man, the experience with Zine is pretty nice. If you don't keep fiddling with it all the time, which is what I do normally when developing it, but if you're not fiddling with it, you're using it, it's pretty instant at doing everything. That's so nice. Okay, we need a new folder. Perfect. Wait, really? Oh, there's another thing called Zine. Okay. Should I just call it Zine? Nah, I think of course I think it's better to have the other one. Again, I wish it wasn't building Zine on the spot or that it had shared binary cache since I'm using it on multiple computers. Could we share Zcash? No, Zcash is specific to your machine. But if you're using like CI, the setup Zig action, the one that I just added, that one will cache your Zig cache between runs, and that will give you instant rebuilds of the website for CI between different computers owned by you, like in a more, how can I say, weird setup than, you know. That said, in the future, I am most probably, almost certainly, moving Zine to a standalone executable, so that you won't have to build it every single time. It's planned. I have to actually start doing the work to conclude if it's 100% exactly what I want to do. Like if I'm willing to leave behind what I had before for the new approach. But for now, it is planned. Yeah, CI is pretty nice now, much nicer. The build itself is like instant. Like it says 34 seconds. Most of this is like GitHub being slow as fuck. The job itself is like, yeah, brum. Build a website, instant. Let me double check that this is picking everything up as it should. Because I would have expected to see one thing in there changing. Let's take a look at the official website. Do we have Alejandro? Oh, I see. It was the other file that changed. So this file stayed the same. It's the other one that changed. The one that we don't use directly on the website. We only use for release notes. Okay. So this is good. Also, how's YouTube doing? How can I join you? What? What do you think about the future of Zig, Rust, and C? And what about Zig for making low-level malware? Man, Zig is great for making low-level malware. Tagline on the website. The best language for making low-level malware. I don't know. You know what? If you want to make low-level malware, personally, I would say C is probably the best language, so that you can both exploit other people's bugs and also introduce some yourself, so that the next person comes along and they can get some mileage out of bugs in your malware, not just the original software itself, so that everything can keep exploiting everything else in a beautiful Ouroboros of, I don't know. Um, what do you think about the future of Zig, Rust, and C? I don't know. Be more specific. It's a very general question. They will exist in the future. Okay, personal blog. Let's go. I don't know what to put for description. There's no quick copy everything, huh? Reference to a content file missing. Really? Isn't this post in the same section? No, because this blog post is a section in its own right. So it would be in the parent section. It would be, well, let me think. No, it is still a sibling of this page. The fuck? Am I using an old version of Zine? Oh god. Who knows which version of Zine I'm on right now? Where's HTML LSP? I fear this might be a bug in Zine. Oh no. I should totally be able to find this. Because it is 100% a sibling page. Also, you know what? Maybe we should um, we should also move the thing slightly. Content / blog. Yeah. Oh man, this is annoying. So let me see if I can fix it by doing. Also, here I need to go back, I guess. Oh, that right. That wasn't running. So I bet you that this one works instead. Yeah, and now complains about oh no. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's give it oh no. So over the last year, I worked on a static site generator written from scratch in Zig. It's called Zine, like in Fanzine. And in this blog post, I'll briefly present the reasons why I decided to create my own and describe what's innovative about it. Yeah. There's no syntax highlighting for this. Really? if I style it just HTML, will I get syntax highlighting? I will. I'll just style it as HTML then. Oh, I don't like that this tag gets split. I want to add also a code sample in here, which I'm gonna steal from the Zine website. It's in SuperMD. I wish my code samples looked less ugly. Um, my, I mean, I put a ton of effort into polishing the Zine website, and then my personal blog has fallen behind like dramatically in comparison. Mm. Let's not say best in class, otherwise the Rust people will have to comment that their own version of Hugo is faster. Whatever. Okay, this is gonna be good. I think, hopefully. Let's publish it. Did I forget anything else? I wanted to add that image. I wanted to add that code sample. The links are all there, I believe. Okay, I would say let's go with it. Ah, what a lazy Wednesday. Website work is always so boring to do, but it is important. It is important indeed. Okay, I need to restart Arc because the fact that I cannot access the sidebar thing is like driving me insane. Give me the music back. Oh no. We lost the old music. And of course, YouTube chat had to bark itself. I'll get back to you, YouTube, I swear. Let's see, Chris. All I can say is that Rust security features make it very difficult to access memory other than your own. Okay, do we have the sidebar now? Yeah, we do. I don't know why this thing bugs out a lot, like the sidebar. Hey Matthew, wake up babe, new set of Zig mirrors just dropped. Let's go. You know what's nice is that the people are only allowed to define, I believe, the major version. I don't think they can go deeper than the major version of your action. So everybody gets the updates that you push automatically as long as you don't change major version. So that's nice. In this context, I wouldn't say it's as nice in other contexts, but in this context, it makes sense. You can do add commit. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair. But people normally don't do that, right? Unless they have specific reasons. So they just get the updates for free. And okay, new blog post is up. Time to spam it. How can this front page time? We'll see. I have to be honest. So here's the landscape. Okay, the landscape is this. This is the brief that you get before going to war, right? You know what? Let's put on appropriate music. I don't know if there's only music. I think yeah, but this one also has the audio, does it not? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is the situation for approaching Hacker News. We had already the LSP blog post from this domain going on the front page a couple days ago. We didn't get, I believe, any explicitly Zig content on the front page yet for a few days. So we might get that So we might get on the front page because this title is hinting in a very, it's low key hinting at the fact that this static site generator is related to Zig. Will that be enough? We don't know. What other factors are? What other factors do we need to be aware of before we approach this mission? Well, static site generators, I believe, are a hot topic that people do care about. So that would come in our favor. Honestly, I don't know what else. I would say these are the main elements. I am optimistic about lobsters. About Hacker News, I don't know. And there's only one way to know. Drop into the war zone. So let's go. Oh, fuck. I'm not even logged in. Oh, come on. I typoed it. There we go. I think this is it. I guess I could add web, but there we go. Now we wait. Just submit. Oh, God. Let's go. And now we wait. So what else? Oh, the Z chord. Let's put it in BTW, maybe. Could put it as an update to the project. Yeah, whatever. Can I do this? Oh, it works. Holy shit, I did not expect this to work. But I don't want to post blogs. I mean, doing this posting in Discord, no, I don't have a script. I don't think you can easily get one either. Or risk getting banned or something. I don't know. Announcing. There we go. Social media stuff done. Blog posted. So okay, enough Call of Duty music. We have strategized enough about this stuff. But let's go back to the normal vibe. Now, the Zig website is doing pretty good in terms of translations. People have already resubmitted. So we got Italian, good Italian, not my shitty Italian. We got Deutsch. So we got a German translation thanks to Chris. We got Ukrainian. There's a bunch more languages that already existed that we lost that are like still kind of like I don't know, like frozen in time because we have the data, like the old files, but they haven't been translated yet. So we need to go do that. But it requires some manual work. Like it's weird because it's a weird mix of it's somewhere in between. Yes, a lot of it is very repetitive and could be automated, but also you do kinda, but not precisely. Some of it does still require massaging manually if you want to make sure you don't introduce horrible mistakes. And so that's a weird situation to be in. Indeed, a weird situation to be in. So we could move one of those posts, or we could do some work on Discord too. What should it be? Oh, by the way, Matthew, if you're still around, take a look at the Discord stuff. There's the Discord voice end-to-end encryption thing that just dropped. That would totally be a good thing to have in D2. Wait a second. I see. Okay, let's do. Okay, you know what? Let's do some D2, just a little bit, because I'm thinking that now it's almost 6 p.m. and 1 hour from now there's gonna be the lightning talks from Systems Distributed are going live, and we might want to take a look at those. Yep, this is in a couple hours, right? Yeah, in 73 minutes. So there's gonna be Mitchell. There's gonna be me. There's also other interesting talks in the lightning talks. So I think it's worthwhile taking a look. 7 people waiting. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where are we with Discord 2 then? Let's open a new tab. Let's make a separate window. Oh, also, you can go to sleep. Ooh, wait, why did I wait a second. I saw something on Hacker News. Where is it? Scramble, open source alternative to Grammarly. Man, Grammarly got, how can I say? I feel like in a sense, Grammarly got rug pulled. I was going for something more vivid, but I'll go with rug pulled. Got rug pulled hard by the AI renaissance, because they used to sell services, right, for to help people write better, and you would have to pay them. And now you can get. I haven't done a extensive comparison. I never really used Grammarly, if I have, even to be honest. Like I tried it, but I never used it. And yeah, basically what Grammarly wants you to give it money for, ChatGPT gives you for free. I guess minus the convenience, so it's not entirely the same thing. And technically, you could use AI you could put AI into Grammarly. I'm sure they did put AI into Grammarly to make it better, but I don't know. The whole thing used to be more interesting, and now, yeah, people really should stop calling a glorified Open AI API as an open source software. Or no. This is the era, huh? The era where people implement a UI on top of OpenAPI and they call it open source software. I mean, technically it is, though. What a time to be alive. What a time. Okay, so Discord 2. Okay, server is running. We can log in. Same as before. So since people saw it last, nothing much has changed visually. But a few things that previously were entirely prototyped now go through the web server. So, for example, joining, um, the music still plays locally, but joining has to go through the server, and until the server gives the okay, you don't really connect. Same with sending messages. Now, this is like, this doesn't seem particularly interesting, but let me show you. Well, you can't tell the difference from going through the web server versus doing it locally. So let me add this low. So this makes the server slow. And as you can see, it took it longer to connect this time. There's basically sleeps between network activity. So now if I press join, you will see that first I show up grayed out. Then after that, I will only show fully, like the name will be fully black and the music will start only after 1 second. And that's when the server says, yeah, you actually got in for real. Oh, that actually did not happen the way I was expecting it to happen. So that's not implemented exactly as I thought it would be. Oh, but the second time it is. Interesting. So the first time it doesn't work the way I expected, but the second time it does. In any case, there's that. Then there's also messages. Messages are synchronized with the server. So like if I close the client, this used to be the case in the past. Is it open source yet? No. Or well, I'm making this probably AGPL or something equivalent. It is not a public repo yet. It's private. It will be private for a while. Like I think it's gonna be worth open sourcing it once it stops being a complete toy. If it will ever be anything else, that's not guaranteed. I will see. In any case, the messages that it just sent now are still there because the server remembers them. But here's the thing: this is not made laggy for now. Like every time I press the button, it immediately shows up because the server is being instant in replying. So let's make sending messages slow as well. So chat message send request. Give me some sleep. Yeah. You see, now takes a moment. Message disappears, takes a moment for it to reappear. One thing that I wanted to implement next is the concept of, yes, the UI shows you messages that you think you've sent, but that the server hasn't acknowledged yet. So that's what I want to do. I already have the logic for it. Like I do keep track of those messages. I just don't render them. So let's go into the UI. And that's how we do it. So message list. So this prints the full message list. And basically what I want to do is continue and say, well, now we do the same again, but with pending messages. The problem is I could copy paste a bunch of stuff, but everything should be rendered the same way, basically. So this needs to become a function like render message or something. And we basically want to pull out this stuff, I guess. Or something. So some of this stuff definitely should go down below. Now, the logic previously was start printing messages. Keep track of the author, and then do a look ahead. Keep going forward if there are more messages from this same author. Yeah, you know what? I guess this goes all down here. And then this would turn into this. Okay, what do we want to give to it? M, I guess. IDX, but IDX can also get increased. So we give it as a pointer. That's annoying. That's annoying because we can't use IDX directly. Then we have to dereference it every time. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Also wants messages. So we, okay. Okay, something along these lines. This is going to be chat on messages, I think. Yeah, what about the index? Hmm. Yeah, this needs to be split into two functions. Like render I don't know, and render I don't know what else. I guess it can return the author. We return here, and then we say, okay, let's try to increase IDX. Oh yeah, and that way we don't need to pass in a modifiable IDX. Okay, I like this. Not a great name, but just to split the function. How are you deciding when to put function in struct namespace or leave it outside? There is no real difference, so it's kind of hard for me to decide one or the other. Well, in this case, there is no wrapping type. Like these are all like naked functions in this case, and I'm not trying to namespace them. Um, I don't know. It's well, one good reason to put something in a struct namespace is that if that thing, well, I guess that then it wouldn't be a namespace anymore. But you know, if the thing has fields, then obviously you want to use method syntax. Then sure, you totally want to put the function in there. But otherwise, I don't know. It's up to taste, and uh, I don't have any real advice. Like I'm trying to think if I have any like special heuristic in mind, but I don't. I go with my guts. Oh, wait a second. This is just the frame, isn't it? Wait a second. Is this just the frame? ID extra, shared users, avatar, vertical, label FMT, display name. Oh, yeah, this is just the frame. Oh, that's nice. Message frame. Me likey. Like message sequence or something. I don't know. So at this point, actually, this then maybe doesn't even need to be a function. Okay. Okay. As I'm restructuring these things, everything is starting to make more sense. So we want to print a message frame. Then we print all the messages that we can. And then we continue like this. And then once we're done, I think last author even should be outside. Use of undeclared identifier M. Oh, nice. No. Here, M is what we send down. Huh. So we send the last author. We move forward. Let's fix the other things that are missing here. We're missing the host. And let's see, message sequence not needed. I'm assuming it's a host view. Yes, because we do .shared. Perfect. So we do H, comma, I guess. Are you happy now? There's no host view. Oh, you're right. That's app.host view. That's not from the shared stuff. Okay, what's the next problem? Except a UC24 found void. You're right. I guess it should be optional because there might also be nothing. Right? No, because otherwise there wouldn't be any message. Never mind. So we wouldn't even enter here. So no. You always have these. There we go. This returns the author. Blah 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 blah. So if last author is different than the current user, which for now I'm hard coding it as myself, but Loris is a stand-in for whoever's going to be the current user. Then you want to print a message frame. Also, you want to do this only if there are pending messages. So if I guess we kind of want to do the same as above. But we don't want to print another message frame if we were the last user. So the message frame needs to be conditional. There's nothing we can do about it. No, I don't think there's even a reason to do this. Yeah, and then we just have a while loop in here. Well, not even a while loop. This can be a for loop even. I'm going to copy it over, but we're going to change it. So no else branch. This can be a for loop. Next, Emma. I don't care about that one. Yeah, we just text layout it. put text in there. Color text is dot fill. So we give it a different color. Expected type. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. What were you expecting? What did you get? Oh. Right. The problem with message frame is that it wants a message. What does it want a message? What do you want a message for? You actually only care about the author. Quipu? What's Quipu? Oh, you know what? Wait. We can even do something better. There we go. We fetch the author this way in message frame. And then in here we can say same host, author is Loris, IDX is, oh god. Yeah, what's our IDX now? Because we are calling another frame, so we need to give it an IDX that is different than these guys, I guess. Well, I guess we can keep increasing. We still have IDX with us, so we can still keep increasing it. Ancient Incan thread-based message. Whoa. Okay. So try message frame. Then we keep pumping messages. We need to give it some proper extra, I think. There we go. There's no fill in color text? Oh, because it's name is dot fill, right? Yeah. There we go. The problem is that there are some deferrers that are running a little bit too early now. By refactoring things, unfortunately, the frame opens things that then closes before we can put in the messages. Oh, that is sad and annoying. That is sad and annoying. But we can solve it. It's just a matter of code organization. The second problem is, well, to be honest, I mean, this is not what we were going for, but this is workable as it is. Like the visual look and feel has changed, which is in any case not great regardless right now. But like what you're looking at, that's basically the bulletin style messaging. That's how a list of messages looks like in the bulletin. So we should try to fix this. But in any case, what happens if I send a message now? Oh, it gets sent. It doesn't show any text because I think that the field code is super ugly. But then it does update. So the field is not great. I don't know what to put there though. Field press. You can try field press. Okay, it works. So we have implemented that, but we have borked the layout. Let's try to unbork the layout. So problem with message frame is that we don't want to close the message frame. That kind of means that we want something to be outside. We want this box to be outside. We don't want it to be inside. That's unfortunate. So basically here we open this thing there and we defer close it there. And then in here, we only want the message frame in this case. So we need to do it like this. Box widget. So yeah, we have an outer reference to it. Might not be there. If it is there, we then close it as we return. Okay, that wasn't it. That's not enough. Wait, is there more boxes that I need to move, man? Yeah, this fucking box here. God damn it. uh... Okay. Uh... You know what that means? We can also move this back in there. Okay, that returns that thing. So now let's update this stuff. Message frame result. Uh, last author equals mfr dot author. And here we defer mfr dot the init. Actually, we can do it right away. Then down here, where it's more complicated, we yeah, maybe mfr. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. So then we don't save this like this anymore. Oh, here we go. Almost, but not quite. Oh, it's because it's this guy. So if the last message was from somebody else, then it would work correctly. But because the last message is from ourselves, then we close it here, and then this guy is not in it anymore. That's annoying. Goddamn GUIs. So we need to avoid closing MFR if we are at the last iteration. The problem is that breaking doesn't help with that either. That is so annoying. So that kind of means that we can't do it like this, but we kind of have to, well, unless we want to convolute this thing even more, kind of what we want to do is saying, okay, yeah, we print all these things, we print all these messages, and then if we realize that we are at the end, so if IDX is message.len, so we're at the end, then here we do this kind of stuff. Let's see how it goes. I'm thinking that I'm not sure I solved it. I think I didn't solve it at all. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't solve shit. Why didn't I solve shit? Well, no, I did because there's this. This only comes into play. Oh, the problem is that now we want. Now in this case, we want to early defer the init that thing. God damn it. God damn it. Do you like Obsidian's UI? Yeah, I don't care too much about it, to be honest. I use it mostly as a markdown editor and nothing much more than that. So I'm not a markdown like power user. Um, because of that, I don't really have strong opinions. I have a couple extensions installed. They work well for me. That's kind of it. I still think that this is not working entirely correctly because I don't understand what the previous bug was all about. Also need a new tab. Like, why is it not showing? I'm curious as to why we're not entering this case at all. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it works. Okay, fixed it. So we have that feature. So half an hour and we should have the videos going up. Let's say 30 minutes. Okay. Let's see how it going. How is it going on lobsters? Okay. People like it on lobsters. I find that aggressive iconification makes it really hard to use unless you memorize the UI layout. I have experienced that as well. Now that you've written it down, yeah, that matches my impression. Like you activated some neurons in the back of my brain. I've experienced that as well. But again, I don't suffer it much because I'm not a power user. But yeah, the few times that I remember clicking around trying to figure out things, they do like their icons a lot. That is indeed true. That is something to keep in mind. Icons are nice because they're shortcuts, but only if the user can immediately know immediately and trivially know what the icon does. If it's not immediately obvious what the icon does, then it's actually an impediment compared to writing down what the button is supposed to do. How's Hacker News doing? Volkey 8.0 is out. Let's see what did they put in there. I listened to both of your interviews with Developer Voices. Really nice. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed them. Well, I mean, that's what you said. What am I saying? Oh my God. I'm glad that you enjoyed them. So that's what I meant to say. Chris is a great host. I think that I've done other interviews in the past, and I feel like that personally myself, I'm not the best guest possible in the sense that I sometimes realize that I could have said things in a better way, and I don't always do it right. But with Chris, things have gone better than average, and I feel like it's in good part also thanks to him. He asks good questions. He does the homework before coming to the podcast. Not every host does that. Like it is not uncommon for hosts to like show up and then have a vague idea of what the topic at hand is supposed to be, and that's kind of it. Chris instead, I gave him some links to check out about Zig, like things that I felt were important. And I don't know if he clicked all of them or what, but he definitely knew all that there was to know to do a good interview. And the point is, I don't believe that Chris does, lower level programming on the daily. So he clearly had to go out of his way to learn what was there to learn. So that is definitely commendable. More commendable than the host just already knowing this stuff. So it shows that he takes what he does seriously and cares about the end outcome. So that was great. I would love to go back in the future. Maybe talk about, I don't know, my static generator or something. We'll see. I did mention it at the end of the podcast. And what's funny is that, since then things have moved forward. Now I've announced it more clearly, even though it's still like super incomplete, but I don't mind people using my incomplete stuff. let's see, Valky 8.0, which includes stability, blah, blah, blah. This release is fully compatible with Redis OSS 7.2.4. Bug fixes. Performance. Resulting in a 41% performance improvement for S Union and 27% for S Diff. Whoa. Nice. After Discord 2, would you consider a Discourse 2 as well? No, I don't think so. I'm sorry. Oh no. That's gonna be too much for me. I'm not even sure I can do Discord 2. Discourse 2 is a lot. Wait, that's unfair. Valky being out was posted 35 minutes ago. It's already on the front page. Zine, nobody cares. Well, that's unfortunate. To my knowledge and understanding, it is the first Valky release that includes features, not just bug fixes. Super interesting to see that Heroku now uses Valky instead of Redis with no notes with regards to compatibility yet. Yet another project to add to the books of successful forks RE rag dash pool. Huh? Heroku can't use open source Redis anymore because of the license change to prevent cloud vendors from running open source Redis and charging for it. Well, I mean, there's like, clearly it's not open source Redis. Like, whatever this thing is that is a license change that prevents people from running the thing, that's not open source. So, but yeah, it's the Redis Labs stuff. Yeah, I guess. Wait, they did that to the main project. So in a sense, you could say that open source Redis doesn't exist anymore. What even is open source Redis? Like, open source Redis is dead. Like, what was the last release of open source Redis? Was it like 7.2.4? Whatever it is, they are not making new open source Redis releases anymore. Wasn't Zine already on Hacker News before? Not directly. I wrote today a blog post announcing Zine, like where I explain what it is, what it does, what's the reasoning behind it. And I hadn't done so yet. So yeah, there was another blog post about Super HTML as an LSP on Hacker News. Oh no, Valky is falling out. Hmm. Oh well. Okay, what else do we want to do to Discord 2? I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much perfect as is, but What should I work on next? We don't have any form of persistence. We probably could use some of that. Some persistence, huh? Oh, you know what we could do also? We could try to silence these things. Database time? Oh no. What should we use? Should we use Valky? so so here's the interesting thing. I'm not sure if client side is worth having a real database because I feel like client side you do want to cache um you know the last data that you had at your disposal. Sure, that might help with startup. Um but like it's like the idea is like you want to basically keep around the last few messages. So the user list, data about the user list, the last few messages that were sent, cache images. That's fair. Caching images. That's fair. You want to cache those. Um, but that's kind of it, right? So you do want to have some saved state for sure, but it's not a lot, and it doesn't need to be a database because you're not gonna query it. It's more like, yeah, there's a little images, sure, but then there's a little bit of data that for convenience we save on disk and deserialize on startup, and that's it. We don't like do really much incremental updates to it. We don't do we don't query data on disk. Like even if you want to look at old chat messages, you don't want to save all the chat messages, or rather, you don't want like I guess you could implement it however you want. But normally in these applications, there is no assumption that the client has a full is in full sync with the server, and whenever you're searching on the server. So yeah, you know what's the perfect name for Discord 2 to complement Zine? To name a chat platform that facilitates a closing echo chamber. Take a guess. I have no idea. Is that like because of magazine? Is that a MAGA joke? So here's one thing that I can do. I can turn on background on a bunch of elements that have a border because this thing is very spammy otherwise. Oh, now it's not spammy anymore. That's so nice. Custom data format to dump it and load it in one syscall. Yeah, I guess something along these lines. I mean, it's probably gonna be a take the state that you want to save, um, serialize it into one big string, write the string to disk, load the string on startup. Maybe hash the string or something, just so that you're not loading corrupted data. But even then, it's like, yeah, maybe you want to, yeah, you do want to do that so that you can check, and then if it's corrupted, you discard it or something. And yeah, discarding it is fine. Like discarding almost all of it is fine. The only thing that you really don't want to lose is like the list of servers that you are connected to, and any authentication data related to that. Everything else can be messed up as much as you want, and you're still gonna be fine. I would like also for the scroll to have the logic of keep scrolling if you're at the bottom, um, stay if you're up top, and if you're up top, display something if there's a new message that you're not displaying. So we also, I think, want some of that. That's going to be one of the most intense things to implement. Hopefully, I can get some help with that. I mean, could probably do it myself, but having somebody take on that tiny sub rabbit hole would be nice. Oh, you know what we don't have? Something like create new channel. Hi again, is D2 done yet? No, I'm sorry. But check this out, Matthew. I have this now. So I have slow mode enabled also for messages, and I have the thing where you send a message, it shows up grayed out while we wait for the server to confirm it, and it becomes good once we actually get confirmation. I don't have yet handling of what to do when actually the message fails. Like we clearly need to add to it some kind of thing that says, oh, whoops, things went wrong. Time to manually retrigger sending the message if you think it's appropriate. Something like that. I don't have that logic yet. UPS offline. If you're asking for offline support, like saying that this application should work also in offline mode, that is it kind of goes against the thing that I was mentioning earlier about not really saving messages. I mean, like loading the application and then you lose connectivity as you have the application open. That's fine. It should still work. But like spawning the application, I guess even if you're spawning the application and you're disconnected, it can still do the same if it can deserialize the state from disk. Yeah. Let's add like let's do add channel. We'll start sending messages until your connection is sent and send it for real. Oh yeah, the idea is to do the same here, except that I don't think the what I want to do is send a message regardless. But instead, I'm thinking that when it errors out, the message stays here, and like there's something that tells you that it errors out, like a triangle, and then there's like a retry button, and you press the retry button, and it tries to resend the same message, and that's it. Where can I read more about D2? Nowhere. I'm sorry. It's just my toy project for now, and in a private repo, and like I'm playing with it. Sorry. But if it gets to a point where it's any more serious, I'll make sure to write blog posts and stuff about it. That's as you know, that's already my MO. My point is that Reddy's bet on cloud vendors paying them seems to be failing. Enough bulky. Um. So what do we do next? Yeah, let's do the channel thing. Let's add new channels. Okay. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, and then I can start working on that. Although we have the minutes before the video start, but I guess I can keep working on it while we watch the Tiger Beetle stuff. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so we want to add a right-click menu, I guess, on the list of channels wherever there is no channel, or we could add a like menu button that opens a drop-down menu. Let me see the UI. Like right-click on in the empty space, but that requires having empty space. Add emoji to be able to see the true story. Huh. Why is it always so hard to make UIs? I think I'm gonna add a button. Where though? Because the name thing is like not even that big. God damn it. One thing that I could do is make this thing larger. Like have the name occupy the full line. The problem is that's still not a ton of space. I mean, we need to have server settings anyway. Like no matter what we do, there needs to be something like this. And then this allows you to create a channel. Although right clicking, it's kind of what I usually go for. You know what? Let's do a right click on software you can love for now. Okay, to give it a right click, we need to put something around this stuff. How do you do it? Wait, I think I remember. The first ctx.d init. And then the right click menu. How does that work? Where do I have a right click menu? I have it for kick. So I create a context and then I do context active point, whatever. Okay, let's copy this and let's do the same thing. DVY floating menu. The DUI floating menu from point CP. ID extra, no need for any ID extra. Okay, let's call it host menu. Create a chat channel, I guess. No need for an ID extra. Expand. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I toggled off the right click menu behavior previously. Let's see how this one looks. Oh, forgot that I need to call that function. Yeah, it works. It just doesn't do anything. Okay. So the Tiger stuff is about to start. How are we doing on lobsters? Any complaints? No complaints. We're at the very top. No complaints for now. Okay, one sec. Hey Tanti. Yeah, I didn't know what the answer was to your riddle though. I kind of asked if it was like a MAGA joke, but I couldn't think of anything else. Yeah, I think a button is better than right click menu, honestly. Oh, that was it. Okay. And now, by the amazing power of picture in picture enabled, I guess I can put this here. By the way, if you're on YouTube and you are not hearing the video, yeah, sorry, I don't stream it on YouTube, but you can, like, since you're already on YouTube, go on YouTube and watch the System Distributed Lightning talks if you want to. Sorry, I have a setup where I don't send my computer audio to YouTube because otherwise, every time I play music, YouTube is gonna annoy me that people are copyright claiming the fuck out of everything that I put on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, that's because the tooling that Andrew made styles it that way, and I didn't change it. Um, yeah. Oh, I was the very first. Let's go. Time to spam my links. Yeah, people were amazed. Oh yeah. Oh, uh they didn't leave the last slide up for long. That was actually a pretty funny joke. It did stay there for longer during the conference, but the idea is otherwise, if nobody donates to the Zig Foundation, I'll have to go get seed founding, and that means, uh, sorry, you want forms? Gotta get a premium subscription. Anyway, let's see what's the next one. Ah, I want to see how menu buttons are supposed to be done. Oh, I think it's like this. I think that's kind of what we want to copy. Actually, maybe no. Maybe we can make it. Let's see if we can wire this to a button. Now I'm curious. Oh no, I understand why. Because the floating menu wants a wants to know where to center on. And the menu item label gives you its position while the button does not. But the button should know where it is more statically. Let's see if we can make it work. Okay, there's a horrible settings button. No, I get it because the button really doesn't give you anything. Okay, never mind. Can't have a button. Hmm. What if there was no menu? What if I put a menu label, but I'm not in any menu context? Is DVUI gonna get mad at me? Yes. It will absolutely get mad at me. Okay. I wonder what the submenu true does. It does necessary work. That's what it does. Man, that reminds me. We're gonna need to have like also user permissions. Oof. By the way, I don't know if you see it. This is Iridescent Rose. Nathan is the author of the Zig PSP kit that we presented on Zig Showtime ages ago now. You should ping Mlag about this. I don't know. I think the problem is that the catch bounds tighter to init, so like it becomes one expression, and then there isn't code that knows to look into like I think it creates a box around init, and so there needs to be extra code in the compiler to figure it out. Oh, I should probably look at the. I'm dumb. Oh, I guess this one is already what I want. Oh, nice. I like follow up. How does it make the dialogue like be this mutually exclusive? I don't get it. Is it because it's model? I guess it's model set to true. Okay, it's just a dialogue. But so a dialogue only has yes, no. How do you give a dialogue more stuff than that? Oh god. Display function. Hmm. I think I'm using the wrong primitive, though. This is way too much messing around that I would have to do. I think modal is not the wrong thing, or dialogue is not the right thing. Yeah, I think I want a floating window. Yeah, and a floating window can also be modal. That's what I want. Oh, this one was fun. This one was bonkers. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Laminar data flow loop. What are we watching? These are the talks from lightning talks from Systems Distributed. Okay, I think I'm good. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I'm not sure I would want to. I don't know have any of my stuff implemented in that, but it's certainly very clever. Okay, so we have our create new chat floating window that obscures everything else. Yeah, we need to give to it now an input box, probably some padding around things, I suspect. Probably a separator to make this a title, create new chat. In any case, I think that this is it for me. So let me see if anybody is streaming in the Zig community. So I can do a handover. Doesn't seem to be the case. So I think I'm going to stop here. Maybe I'll be in Discord later on to do some more work on D2. But in any case, published a blog post, did some stuff on the Zig website. It was a good day. So thank you all and see you next time. Bye bye.